From Penman Stadium, this is Game Face. I'm Bob Lipman, Athletic Communications Assistant for Southern New Hampshire University. And with this program, our goal is to introduce you to some of our players and coaches. And today we go to the court, and one of the top volleyball players in Penman history is alongside today. Look at that big smile after another NCAA appearance. Ana Pimenta joins us. And Ana, again, congratulations on wrapping up a successful career. You've just made a return trip to the NCAA tournament. Season just recently wrapped up, and maybe you can kind of reflect with us on what was special about this year's team and the accomplishments that you had.
I think we were very happy with this accomplishment. This was the second time in history that we've been to the NCAA tournament. Unfortunately, it wasn't as good as last year, but I think that we worked really hard with all the adversity that we had, losing our coach and trying to figure out how to put the program together. So I'm really happy with the team, and I'm really happy with the hard work that we put in this year.
And in the end, a very epic match with Bentley wrapped up the season for you. You were just a couple of points away from knocking out the team that ended up being the 2023 East Region champ.
Yeah, it was a very hard game. We were very excited to play Bentley. I think it was a great matchup. Unfortunately, the results weren't the ones that we were expecting, but I think we put up a good fight. We really like fifth sets. This was like one of the top games that we had, and we always go to the fifth set with teams that are very hard, and Bentley is a very hard team. But I'm really happy with overall our performance in the court.
Speaking of East Region championships, somebody here has an East Region championship ring. So what did you bring with us today?
I brought my East Region championship ring that we won last year. And this is a very, very, very expensive ring, but I am so excited. I'm so happy for having this. I wasn't even expecting to get a ring or even go to the NCAA tournament last year, but we had a great accomplishment, and we played so hard, and we were able to finish the season winning the East Region championship, and we got this little bad boy here, which is like my little pride trophy or whatever, which I can't really wear anywhere, but it stays right on top of my dorm room, so I can like look at it and remember all the hard work that we put in last year.
Penman making it to the Elite Eight, and you got a trip out to Washington State there to see some of the top Division II programs in the nation. Yeah,
it was really hard. Again, unfortunately, we left in the first round, but I think it was really good for us to experience that whole the whole banquet, and it was really fun. It was a really fun trip, and we put up really good game with the top team from the country, but we couldn't really keep up, unfortunately.
Volleyball, of course, is a team sport. You have emerged, though, with recognition as an individual that we've never had at Southern New Hampshire University, when the Volleyball Coaches Association named you first team all-region, and that's a first in program history. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What does that honor mean?
I think it shows a lot of the hard work that I've been putting in for the past 5 years that I came to US, and it wasn't easy being here all by myself and transferring in, not knowing anybody and having a hard coach, but the girls were phenomenal, and they pushed me every single day, and it was an individual award, but I believe that it's for everybody in my team too, because I couldn't have done without them.
All right, let's talk about where you came from and how you ended up here at Southern New Hampshire.
I came to US. I was 16. I went first. I've been everywhere.
You're from?
Yeah, I'm from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I was born and raised there. I came to US when I was 16. I went to Illinois for 6 months for a semester to do my junior year of high school. then I transferred and went to Florida, Gainesville, Florida, to do my senior year of high school. And then after that, I went to my freshman year of university. I went to Oklahoma Panhandle State, where I didn't have a great experience, and then I ended up transferring in here and joining this amazing program, and it has been the best 3 years of my life, honestly.
What do you remember from that first time that you walked on campus here?
The first time I came on campus, it was so pretty. It was so green, and people were so nice to me. Unfortunately, I couldn't play for a whole year because of some issues that I had with my paperwork with my with the college that I transferred from. But I joined the athletics and communication team, and I started working here. And the people have always been really nice. The staff, all my coaches, all my professors, they were always very helpful. And I have a family here. I can say that I have a family here now.
What else have you done on campus? You mentioned you work with the communications team. Ana's even been a camera woman at our ice hockey games.
Yeah, I never had a contact with hockey before that,
No.
so it was a very interesting experience. Very cold.
Yes, she knows what hot hands are now.
Yeah, I was so cold, always asking Bob for the hand warmers. So it was a very good experience. I also worked I still work at the Office of Diversity Programs for SNHU, which is another place that I got a new family, and it's just kind of a living room space for all the people that don't really have a place to go at after school. So it was a very good how can I put it? It was a safe space. So yeah, it was really good.
When did volleyball come into your life?
I started playing volleyball when I was 13. I used to play in a state club, kind of. The structure wasn't good. But I started playing with my dad's friend. He was my coach. My dad used to play volleyball back in the day. He was really good at it, but he couldn't play because he wouldn't give me any money, and my grandma didn't really let him keep going with the volleyball. So I started doing classes and stuff, and my coach saw potential in me and then sent me to a bigger program, which I had to take a 3-hour transportation to go to practice every single day.
Wow.
Go and come back. I used to eat in the subway and in the train. So it was a very interesting and really hard experience for me. I was like 13, 14, taking a train every other day to go to practice. Getting home at like 11 p.m. and having to wake up early every morning and make sure that I had lunch for the next day and whatever. So then after that, I went to another club, which is like one of the biggest clubs in Brazil. It's called Fluminense. And I played there for a year and a half, and then I got recruited to come to U.S. And that's kind of how everything started.
Ana Pimenta joining us, SNHU Volleyball. Will volleyball be a part of your future?
I'm not sure yet. I know that I've been talking to a few clubs and a few coaches, but I'm not so sure what I'm going to do in the future.
Ana, you're not going back to Brazil, are you?
No. I am going to Iceland. I'm going colder. Yeah, I'm super excited. I think it's going to be a very interesting experience. Not so sure how long I'm going to stay there, but I'm just excited to travel, and I'm super young, so why not, right?
For sure. Yeah, your boyfriend's playing professional
Yes.
basketball in Iceland.
Yes.
That's the link there.
Yeah, so we have our little place and a little cat called Puma, so I'm very excited. Yeah.
And as for the future for the SNHU volleyball program, a lot of talent still there?
Yeah, I think we have a really good group. If we mold and shape all the girls that are going to stay here, I think we have a really good future in the volleyball program, and hopefully getting a few good recruits too.
Stay in touch.
Yes, I will.
Thank you for spending some time with us today.
Yes, thank you so much.
Ana Pimenta from SNHU Volleyball on Game Face. A reminder for the best gifts for the SNHU fan on your list, visit penmanshop.com. Sweatshirts, caps, mugs, it's all there, even a bandana for your dog. penmanshop.com. Now on Game Face, we're with SNHU field hockey coach Julie Munson, a little more than a month or two since you wrapped up another successful season. It's great to have you with us and to talk about a season which the Penman, 10 wins, second most in the program, in recent program history. You went to the tournament. You beat St. Anselm. It was a success.
Absolutely. Definitely a success, and thanks for having me.
What made this team special?
So much. There's something about wrapping up with a group and not wanting that season to end. And we felt that with this group. We knew that where we had ended last year wasn't where we wanted to be for this upcoming season. And I think we exceeded our expectations, which made us feel really great.
Sometimes it takes a win early in the year or two to kind of get the team to buy in. You were in every game against the best competition. Two of the teams were right there in the NCAA tournament.
Yes, Assumption and St. Anselm. Yeah, we were right there the whole time. The girls really bought into our philosophy of trusting the process. And I think not only did they trust the process, but they made us excel in that process even better.
To note, you have a freshman named the Rookie of the Year in the NE10.
Sure.
Minka Vanderpool is also on the first team
Yep.
with Anna Martina Christus. Nice recognition for Anna Wiersma and Eliza Bates as well. So that's good to see at the end of the day. It's not an individual sport by any means, but the fact that the other coaches in the league saw the talent emerge as well.
Yeah, this group is so special. Another thing that we really talked about is putting the we over the me and putting the team first. And I think you'll see that with Minka, Anna, the whole group. Anyone that was acknowledged in the NE10 or in any accolades, you could have put our whole team on there. But everyone was proud of each other, lifted each other up, and no one will say they did it alone.
Spending a little time with head field hockey coach Julie Munson. And we're going to talk about kind of the rebirth of the SNHU program, because Julie's been a part of every one of these seasons since coming to SNHU. But let's just kind of segue off for a moment about Ana Martina and Anna and Minka. And I looked at the roster, and it's, I think, or right at 50%, maybe more, international students. So you have kind of a unique challenge among the SNHU coaches. So can you talk about how you pitch the SNHU program and how do you create that pipeline?
The great thing is now the program is selling itself. When we first established the program back in 2014, we were selling the future and the impact that any student athlete could have on the program, the ability to come in, write history with us, and really create something from scratch. But now it's sort of turning into a legacy and something that people are proud of and want to be a part of. But yeah, the international piece has been really fun and exciting. The most fun part for me is just the cultural differences between all the different countries that we recruit from. Everyone is different and everyone brings something special to the table.
The Netherlands in particular, what is it about the sport of field hockey and the Netherlands?
I'm not sure if they're given a stick when they are born, but they really have a different culture around hockey where they grow up playing it and continue playing throughout their entire life. And sometimes you'll find clubs where student athletes that are recruitable, our age, are playing, and so are their grandparents in that same club. So it's very much a family sport, and they start at a young age over there.
How about in terms of what you're seeing maybe in New Hampshire and in New England in terms of field hockey?
Well, we're hoping to grow the game a bit. You've seen other sports take off like lacrosse, but we're really trying to capture the excitement. I think holding the national championship this fall at St. Anselm in our backyard was a really big deal and helped people to understand how exciting of a sport it is. But yeah, we're hoping that we can grow it even more in New Hampshire and just keep spreading the word of how great of a sport it is.
I started at Southern New Hampshire maybe 5 years ago was the first time that I had worked with your program. I didn't know a lot about field hockey. It was confusing.
Yep.
Now that I have followed, learned the rules a little bit, and watched how unbelievably talented these athletes are to be able to play this game at this level, it's been it's worth the commitment to spend some time with field hockey.
It is a unique sport. It can be very confusing. I know sometimes I'll hear my own parents saying, I still don't understand the rules. But that's the fun thing. Once you do invest in it and understand it a little bit and really start to know our team, it becomes an exciting game to watch.
It's not the easiest game to score goals.
No, difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just really how the rules are written, you have to be close in order to be able to score a goal.
Yeah, very unique. Other sports like soccer, you could score from anywhere, and ice hockey too, so it's a little bit different. But I think that's what makes it unique and exciting. Those rules sort of make it more difficult, but also different and fun.
Coach Munson, take us kind of back to when you first started playing, and what it made the sport of field hockey yours.
That was a long time ago, so it's hard to remember. I know I did originally join field hockey to be with a couple of my best friends, but also to get in shape for my favorite sport of basketball. I did choose to be a goalkeeper, which requires less running, but also turned out to be one of the best decisions of my life. It's really not necessarily the sport that I love so much, but the impact that the team sport has on my life and on everyone's life that really invests in it.
You went to the University of New Hampshire. Coach Balducci certainly is a legend there in terms of also trying to grow the sport. How did that path go for you?
I always loved the University of New Hampshire. Had many family members that went to school there, and my grandmother was working at the University of New Hampshire for a while. Wanted to stay close to home, wanted to challenge myself to the next level, and I tell you, I got really lucky. Some goalkeeper had left the program and they needed a backup goalkeeper, so I spent a lot of time learning there, and I would never change that experience. That really shaped my life and my life as a coach.
When the opportunity came here, Southern New Hampshire is going to restart a program that hadn't competed for a while. I think 2014 was the first year back, and you were hired as the coach. How did that come about, and what did you see in this opportunity?
I tell you, that was a dream. I was coaching at Harvard at the time. Division I had been my background and where I had grown the most and played. So I hadn't really had any experience with Division II, didn't know what it was. I also did not know the university, Southern New Hampshire University, had driven by the exit multiple times, had no idea what a gem this was. But it turned out to be the best gift ever to start a program from scratch. I really love the Division II philosophy and the ability to have a life and balance for our student athletes as well as for coaches. But also to be back in New Hampshire, it was just the perfect storm of everything I could dream of.
So what happens now in the months before the 2024 team hits the field?
Well, a lot. I think we're still trying to wrap up 2023, set some higher expectations and just a true vision that we can move towards for 2024. Meanwhile, recruiting never stops and everything else is still picking up. So just hitting the ground running right now.
Spread the word, SNHU field hockey, and get out and see a game the next you can. Coach Munson, thanks for spending some time with us on Game Face.
My pleasure.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of Game Face. I'm Bob Lipman. I just asked the questions. Justin Kaminsky takes care of everything else. On behalf of all of us at SNHU Athletics, hope you have a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year. And we hope to see you soon at one of our courts or fields. Go Penman!
Feliz Natal, Feliz Ano Novo.